His fate is written. Shall we write yours too?
If anything happens to them, there's no place that I won't go to kill you. That is written.
Tom Cruise is back as Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. Is a film that just got released this weekend, and it follows Ethan Hunt and his team as they have to deal with this new threat of the Entity, which is an AI program that has the ability to know anything about anyone on the internet and control many things that are on the internet. And with that kind of dangerous technology, every government in the world wants it because whoever has it can control what is true and what is not true, as well as technology that exists throughout the board across the world. So any government is willing to pay and kill for this technology, but Ethan Hunt and his team realize that this is too dangerous for anyone to have in possession of, so they decide that the only way to get rid of this threat is to destroy it.
It's been a long time, friend. You've no idea the power I represent. It knows your story and how it ends.
But in order to find the AI, first they have to be able to figure out where it's located. And as a failsafe, there was a key there were two halves of a key. And this key is used to unlock the chamber in which the AI is kept. Nobody knows the location of the chamber the AI is kept, but you first have to find the key before you can unlock the place that it comes. Kind of a Jack Sparrow reference if you get the reference. So as they're going after the key, Ethan Hunt and his team have to learn to trust each other and outsmart an AI that has predicted every probability chance of what's going to happen. And they have to outsmart it, and it's really interesting to see how that works out.
The world is changing. Truth is vanishing. War is coming.
The film is full of amazing dialogue. The actors did an amazing job. Tom Cruise, especially Haley Atwell and Simon Pegg, all three did the best jobs, in my opinion, as their respective characters. I think it was really great that Tom Cruise was able to pull off some stunts in this one. We see him jump off a cliff, and we see him, they even wreck a real train in this film, something I don't think has been done in cinematic history before. So it's really interesting to be able to see that. Really, like, if you are on your edge of your seat, this is a Mission Impossible film, really took it to the next level if you think that that would be possible due to the other Mission Impossible films, which made it very exciting to enjoy. So today I'm going to go a little bit into some of the content that was in this film, and then I'm going to go over my overall thoughts of the movie. So for content-wise, the violence content, there is a lot of stabbing, more than there is gunshot wounds. We have a lot of people that get killed by some kind of stabbing. So you do see some blood, you see a few people die. I'm not going to mention who, as they are spoilers, but that makes it even more serious. There's a little bit of blood that you see throughout the film, so it definitely earns its PG-13 rating with the violence that you see. You do see some guns and you see some explosions, but the majority of any violence includes some kind of knife. So just heads up with that. There's some thrilling scenes, such as some of the stunts, and especially the train wreck scene that are very thrilling, just as a FYI. For suggestive content, there is no LGBTQ gay content in this film, which is really great to see. It is a relief to see that in a film with no politics being pushed on anybody, so that was good to see. There is some suggestive dancing in one scene at a party that we have, and we do have a man and a woman fall on top of each other on accident, and it is meant to look sexual, but they're just falling on top of each other while they're in the midst of a car chase or in the midst of the train wreck, etc. So we also have a little bit of language. There was a couple of uses of the Lord's name in vain combined with the D word. There's some D words on their own, a few S words, and an incomplete F-bomb. You only hear the first letter. So you're really good with that compared to Mission Impossible Fallout, where they actually used it. So I think that was a good step back for them. And for drug content, of course, you see a few people drink. Nobody really acts drunk, but you have definitely, there's a scene at a bar where people are asking to buy drinks, and they're most definitely alcoholic. So that's really just the content overall. There wasn't actually that much in here that was negative in my mind. But just going into my thoughts about the movie overall, I think it was amazing. I think it deserves a 9 out of 10. Really great Tom Cruise film. I liked the action. I really enjoyed how the stunts were made and how they took their time with them, and they were beautifully shot with a camera. I mean, you've heard Tom Cruise say again and again, it's not just the stunt that they have to figure out. They have to figure out how to actually record it in a way that looks really cool. So I think they did a really great job, especially with the cliff jump scene. I know you've probably seen it in the trailer, but it just gets better when you get that really build up and all of a sudden it's dead silence. It was great to see that. I really love seeing that Tom Cruise's character, Ethan Hunt, will put his friends above himself. He does not want anything to happen to them, which is a really great thing to see.
Will always matter more to me than my own.
And I'm really glad that they chose to go with an AI for this film as the villain, because AI is becoming more and more prominent as the years go on, and there's rights for people to be concerned about it as a threat. So I think this is a really realistic film that we could see something like this happen if the AI is not put in control. So I think it helps raise awareness for the entire AI situation, which is something I think is really interesting. And I also think that it has just the right amount of comedy. I gotta say it. Spoiler alert right here, but at one point in the film and toward the beginning, Ethan Hunt's talking to his friends, and he's basically explaining that they're without any government in this one. They want to kill the AI, and every government wants to attack them. And they kind of say, this conversation is just being treason. And Simon Pegg's character, Benji, comes back and says, or in other words, Monday. So I thought that was really hilarious. There are a couple other funny bits in the film that I really enjoyed, which I'm glad that they were able to incorporate that in a serious, action-packed movie. So overall, like I said, 9 out of 10, a really great film. I highly recommend that you guys go and watch it. Tom Cruise does not disappoint. Whenever I see his name come up on the theaters, I have to go watch it. He is one of the best movie stars in Hollywood at this time. I cannot wait for part 2 of this. I'm really excited to see what happens. I love how they ended off. It wasn't really on a bad cliffhanger note, but it was on a good stop for where people leaving the theater were satisfied. They didn't have to really be on the edge of their seat like Avengers Infinity War. They're satisfied. They're excited. They're not worried for their characters. They're excited. So I really am excited to see part 2 when it comes out. It's supposed to come out next year, but with the current actor strike and writer strike, that may be delayed. But we'll keep you updated. If you like this video, please give us a like. And if you like our content, please consider subscribing. It means a lot to us. Thank you, and have a good rest of your day.
None of our lives can matter more than this mission.
I don't accept that.